Hey, what's up, everyone? Sam here, Wall Street Mastermind. I apologize for missing Thought of the Day Tuesday yesterday. So it's now Wednesday, December 11th, but I'm going to come on here and do a makeup for you guys anyway. I got a question earlier today about from a potential client about who's thinking about working with us, asking what's so different about you guys, about Wall Street Mastermind versus what everything else that's out there, right? Like, Breaking the Wall Street, Wall Street Oasis, whatever other resources that most people are already using, right? God knows there's a ton of resources you can tap into when it comes to investment banking recruiting. So just wanted to come on here and talk about that real quick so you guys understand. I think the biggest thing, and honestly, like one of the secrets to our success is that it's quite simple, really. Is that we always try to do the right thing. Right? We always try to do right by our clients, or even people who aren't our clients but are just like considering becoming a client, right? And so what you see on the screen is like just a message from this Facebook group actually, where some of you guys have seen it. Like, I made a post about people who are recruiting for summer 2021 who want to crush recruiting in the next 60 days, and a lot of you guys responded, and I think at this point made our way through like all the messages we've gotten, and we respond to most of you. But like, there was one guy in this group who responded and said, "Hey, what if you're already interning at a bulge bracket sophomore program for summer 2020? Are you still eligible for this?" Right? And I just clarified, and I said, "Hey, meaning you're in the class of 2022, so you're a sophomore right now, but you have a summer internship lined up this summer for bulge bracket already?" And he said, "Yes." Right? And I asked him, "Hey, which bulge bracket bank?" Because by the way, that's awesome. That's a phenomenal accomplishment. Props to this guy, right? He said, "Hey, I'm still juggling between a couple offers, so don't know which specific one yet." So he actually doesn't have just one bulge bracket offer, but he has multiple bulge bracket offers for his sophomore summer internship, which is again freaking amazing, right? I actually have been super slammed. So he messaged out like 3 weeks ago. I totally missed a message because I've been getting so many comments and messages on both Facebook and LinkedIn, which I'll show you in a second. And I just dropped the ball, right? That's how busy we are. But I finally went back, I think a day or two ago, and I responded to him. I just said, "Hey, sorry, like I missed his message. But it's not that you're not eligible for this program. But if you already got a sophomore bulge bracket internship lined up, or actually multiple internships lined up, I think you're pretty set. There's not much you're actually going to need from me that you don't already have, right?" So I'm actually like turning him away. Like, I'm not saying like, "Hey, you know what? Like, you got to work with Wall Street Mastermind because like only if you work with me, then you're gonna be able to get a job or whatever." It's like that's not clearly not the case. Right? This guy's doing fine. He's doing great. He's doing awesome on his own, which is amazing. Um, so I always tell you guys this, but it's like when I invite you guys to book a call to speak with my team, and I say at the end of the call, like, "Hey, like we're just gonna learn more about your situation. We want to understand what your goals are. We want to understand what your challenges are that you think are keeping you from achieving that goal. And then like depending on what you tell us, if we think we can help you, we're absolutely happy to help you, right? But if we don't think we can help you, or in more rare instances, like in this case where we don't think you need our help, then we're going to tell you that as well, right? And by the way, this is not the first person that I've ever told this to. Like there have been other examples of students that I've talked to where I was like, "Hey, you know what? Like you don't really need my help," right? And so why do we do this though? So you might be like, "Well, why are you doing this? Shouldn't you be, as a business, shouldn't you be trying to take on as many clients as possible?" I mean, yes and no, right? Like the way that I like to run my business is that I only want to take on clients that actually need my help and that I actually can help, because essentially there are three groups of candidates out there, okay? And we can draw kind of a bell curve if you want to think about it. For those of you guys that have taken statistics, hopefully all of you have. But we draw a bell curve. Like, so the 80% in the middle, those are like probably the people that we can help, right? Meaning like if they came in and worked with us, they would get a better outcome than they could get on their own. Like whether that's the difference between getting a job versus not getting a job, which obviously would be a tremendous difference, or a lot of times it could be like they could have gotten a job on their own, but it might not have been like the best bank. But then with our help, they're not just able to get any job, they're able to get like a top tier job, right? Like a bulge bracket or elite boutique bank. That's like the vast majority of the people, right? Once in a while, you talk to people like this, like the guy I'm showing on the screen, who already are so good at recruiting and they already know how to do everything and they already have jobs lined up. Like they don't need my help. And the reason why I don't offer to help them is because one, they don't need it. And two, there's so many other people who actually need my help that I would rather go and help those people and change their lives, right? And then like on the other end of the spectrum, there's another small group of people that's like, hey, even if I try to help you, I'm not confident I could get you a job in investment banking, because the truth of the matter is I'm not here to claim that, hey, as long as you work with Wall Street Mastermind, then anybody could get a job in banking. Like it doesn't work like that, right? Because we're talking about an industry that has, if you're talking about top tier banks, like the bulge bracket or elite boutique banks, these banks on average accept 1% or less of their applicant pool. That's how competitive it is. It's like, I think a lot of you guys don't understand is like Harvard and Stanford for college, they accept 5% of the applicants. Those are like the hardest colleges to get into, right? These top tier investment banks are accepting 1% or less. That means it's 5 times harder, right? And so sometimes people come to me and they're like, hey, I have a 2.7 GPA and I have no experience on my resume whatsoever, and I didn't do a junior summer internship, and I'm already a senior. I'm 2 months away from graduating. Can you help me? And it's like, no, not really, actually, right? And so I have conversations like that all the time. And so when it's like that, I'm very honest with people, and I tell them like, hey, look, like here's my advice on what I think I would do if I were you. But I don't think I can't look at you with a straight face and confidently say that, hey, yeah, if you do our program, you're going to be able to get into banking, right? And I prefer to do business that way. Maybe I make less money, whatever, it doesn't matter, right? But I sleep better at night, right? And the other reason, though, why we're able to do that is just that there's already so many people that want to work with us. Like if I show you this LinkedIn thread, like I made the exact same post on LinkedIn. So it's like, I guess 4 weeks ago at this point. It's gotten 153,000 views and it's gotten over 1,355 comments at this point. And like people are still responding like every single day, right? If I go to recent comments, is that refreshing? I don't know if that's refreshing. Oh, it's loading. Okay. But anyway, like there are more people like this. This is as of an hour ago, 4 hours ago. Like people are still responding every single day. And so like all these people that are raising their hand in terms of like wanting help just for summer 2021 recruiting, like I'm doing my best. My team and I, we're doing our best to get to each one of them as quickly as we can. But we're so backed up right now in terms of like our calendar. I think like we're fully booked for at least like a week to a week and a half out, right? And we're just talking to everybody on a first come first serve basis. But like the truth of the matter is, I'm not going to be able to help the vast majority of these people. Like I'm not going to be able to help probably even 10% of these people, maybe 5%. I don't know, right? And so like that's the reason why we're able to do what we do, which is, hey, since we can't work with everybody anyway, we might as well just do the right thing and just only work with the people that we can absolutely help. And guess what? There's a selfish motive behind that too, which is our current success rate for getting people into investment banking is actually 92% so far. Like the people that actually come in the program actually do the work, right? And they finish the program, like, because I have had people that have come in the program and they don't do anything, they don't do the work, or they drop out or whatever. Then I can't help you. Obviously, just like anything else you do in life, like if you don't put in the work, you're not going to get the results. But if the people that have come in the program, actually done the work, finished it, and they're now done with recruiting, we've successfully placed 92% of those people into investment banking. Okay. So again, in an industry that's so selective, is so competitive, acceptance rate in the low single digit percentage points, even if you lower the bar a little bit to slightly smaller banks, still in the low single digit percentage points. So we're placing more than 9 out of 10 clients into investment banking. The only reason we're able to do that is because we won't take you on as a client unless we're absolutely certain that we can help you. Now, us being absolutely certain, how can we be so certain? Well, we're certain because guess what? I've spoken to almost 1,000 students in just the last 2 years about investment banking recruiting. That's how many candidates I've seen. That's how many candidates I've assessed. That gives, and prior to that, from my time working on Wall Street and being on the on-campus recruiting team, again, same thing, screening hundreds of clients, interviewing a bunch of them, deliberating on who we're actually going to give offers to and who we won't give offers to. Like, having these experiences is what allows me to accurately assess, like, hey, who can we actually get jobs for and who can we not, right? And as our program has gotten better and better over time, like sometimes we even surprise ourselves because I'll be honest, like sometimes our clients, after they go through the program, like, and they get the job that they get, it's even better than what I expected them to get, right? And so we're continuing to push the boundaries on what we think is possible in terms of who we can get jobs for, because obviously I want to help as many people as possible, right? But like, as of today, like the client with the lowest GPA that I've ever gotten a job for is 3.0, right? Think about that. Like, who else out there is going to be able to get you a job in investment banking with a 3.0? This guy was graduated already. He's like 3 months after graduation or something when he came to me. He had a 3.0 GPA, and he ended up at a middle market bank. And so it's like having references like that gives us the confidence and certainty and the belief that as long as you come to us and you're a better candidate than XYZ client, hey, if that person can get a job, then we could probably get you a job too, assuming you work just as hard as they did, right? So that's how we operate our business. Like, one, yes, we've got the goods. We have the strategies and the systems and the know-how and the experience, and we've pretty much tested everything there is to test. All the trial and error has been done for you. We have a really good system. Like, our system is probably better than anybody else's system out there. And it's like, if you have the system, you will definitely do way better in recruiting than you could on your own. But at the same time, you combine that with the fact that, hey, we operate with total integrity and we won't take you on into our program unless we're absolutely confident that we can help you. And if we don't think we can help you, we're going to steer you in the right direction. Even though that means you're not going to work with us, like, we're going to tell you to go do something else. Like, that is literally all you can ask for any business out there, right? You think about that versus you think about any of these other companies out there that maybe is just like, they'll sell their stuff to whoever, as long as you want to pay for it, it's all good. They don't really care who you are. They don't actually have a relationship with you. And then like over 90% of their customers use their products and then don't end up getting the job. But it doesn't really matter to them, right? Because they don't really know you, right? As opposed to us, like, I actually know every single one of my clients. We have a personal relationship, right? So that's the biggest difference. So anyway, I just want to come on here and share that with you guys. Hopefully that clears it up for those of you who also had the same question as this other person who asked me earlier today. And yeah, if you like what you're hearing, and if you want me or my team to give you advice on what we think is the best course of action for your recruiting process, you can try to get on our calendar. I think, like I said, right now it's pretty booked up, but you can try to, I'm gonna drop a link down here for you anyway. You can try to get on our calendar by booking a time here. Okay. And, you know, it might be a week and a half or 2 weeks from now. I'm not sure how far out we're booked right now, but we will definitely try to get back to you as quickly as possible. And, you know, like I said, summer 2020 recruiting starting really, really soon. Some banks have already started. Some banks have also already been going on to the campuses for target schools and things like that. So we know that things are in motion already. So you don't have a lot of time to waste. If you want to speak to us ASAP, first come, first serve. I would grab a spot now, and either my team or I look forward to meeting you and getting to know you. Okay? So that'll be it for today, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Again, sorry for missing this yesterday, but I'll try to be on time in the future. All right? Talk to you guys later. Bye.